It's time to get our lives together. Hi friend, welcome back to my channel. So this video is very important to me because my nephew just went off to college, my baby, and is going to be majoring in computer science like me. So I want this video and the next few videos to be as helpful as possible to all of the incoming college students. I know it's a very tough time right now to be a student, so I really hope I can give you the information that you need. I even went and found a sponsor whose platform I used a lot when I was in college. So this video is sponsored by Codecademy. Now, I failed my first online class. I'm not ashamed to say that because I learned a lot from failing that class. It helped me get an A on my next online class, basically by doing everything that I just mentioned, and two, by using online learning communities. I loved Codecademy because I was really confused around that time with my student developer job. There was a place that I knew I can get the information that I needed when it came to computer science classes. They have so many resources to help you right now, especially for online classes. I love those 30-day challenges that they have to keep you up to date because remember, practice every single day. They even have a new pro student membership that's 35% less than the regular membership. They have live streams that you can follow for free, which I think is really important because social distancing can feel very isolating and lonely sometimes. They also have skill and career paths that you can follow and just an overall community vibe that I really appreciate and I think is important when you are working remote and studying remote. And my favorite part of this entire thing, the cheat sheets. They even have cheat sheets. And their cheat sheets are detailed. They even have the common errors that you run into. So it's really the cheat sheets for me. The 3 classes that I recommend are their Java class because Java is a tough language to learn, especially when you have no experience in programming. Their JavaScript class and their Python courses. I looked through the syllabi for all of those classes and I really liked them. So I definitely think you should check them out. If anything, get the cheat sheets. Those are so important. But the link is below. If you want to sign up for the student membership, it's in the description box. Click on that link. I truly hope it helps you. Number 1, I'm gonna need you to act like this is a real class. Now, I've been working from home for 7 months, so I know for a fact that you have been, were thinking of getting out of bed and opening your laptop. No, you need to have a designated workspace that your brain knows when I'm sitting there, I am primed to learn, I'm primed to study. There are so many studies that show the benefits of having a designated study area that I will link below, but simply just having a sign that says study area over a desk is help enough. Tip number 2. Have a morning routine. A routine that you can just be on autopilot and your brain knows, okay, I'm getting ready to be in this environment. So waking up a little bit early, taking a shower maybe, making yourself breakfast, reading a nice book, doing some meditation, things like that will get you relaxed and prepared to study, and changing out of your clothes, changing out of your PJs especially, will make you feel less groggy, and being less groggy and not hungry are essential. Tip number 3, read the material before the class starts. Now, I'm not saying like read the entire chapter if you can't, but at least read the summary or the summary of the section or like a snippet of the section, the preface, anything so that when you go into class, you're not just fresh learning what's saying, because it will help you 1, ask better questions, and 2, you're gonna save time writing notes because you're gonna be writing and expanding on what you already know. Just try it one time. If it doesn't work or you don't like it, I'll take the L. Tip number 4, actively listen and take notes. Now, there is a difference between active and passive listening. Passive listening is when you're there, you're not doing anything, and you're listening, but you might as well just be hearing because you're not actually understanding what the person is telling you. And you're not asking questions or following up with what the person is giving. Versus active listening, when you are fully understanding what the person is saying, engaging in the conversation, asking questions or giving feedback during or when the person who is giving the information is finished. I need you to be like this.
Right. Yes, right. Right. Absolutely. 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 Yes.
Students with the best grades, I promise you, are asking questions during class or after class. They are answering the questions that the professor is giving or attempting to answer. Even if they do get it wrong, they attempted to answer, which means that they were paying attention and actively listening to the professor. Tip number 5, once you get the syllabus, write down every single due date until the end of time. Like every single due date. Online classes, things tend to sneak up on you so fast. You don't even realize it, but there's something, I promise you, there's something due every single week. So if you feel just lax and you just chilling and you just like, wait a minute, is something due? Yes, there is something due. So make sure that your classes are not getting the jump on you. Don't let the professor try and sneak one in on you. Make sure you have them all written out. That way, when the professor says something is due, you're not surprised. You are already prepared for it. If you are more of a digital person, then there are apps like My Homework where it's kind of like a digital student planner. You can write down every due date of every assignment. If you're more traditional, you can just use a student planner, a regular plain old planner. But please, please, please make sure all the days that you write down in your planner, you're also putting them in your phone. You're not gonna always have your planner with you. Well, I guess we're at home now, so you probably will. It's better to just have all of your bases covered. Tip number 6, right? Yes. Write down the professor's office hours and go at least once a week. Now, listen to me, friends. This is so important, and let me tell you why. Your professor, granted, all the work that you do reflects your grades, but your professor can turn your B+ to an A- with his or her discretion. So you want to make sure that you're on your professor's good side. Not only will going to office hours answer any questions that you have, give clarity to any topics or another topic, he or she might even give you some hints to what's coming up or what's going to be on the exam, but it'll show your professor that you are actually trying to pass the class with a good grade. Tip number 7, be on time or 10 minutes early to all of your classes, especially on exam day. I'm not really sure how Zoom lectures work. I don't know if you're able to go into the chat room before the professor gets there. But if you can't, then make sure there's a big group chat with all the students in there so that you can all show up. Because 1, being on time shows the professor that you actually care. And remember, he's the one and she's the one that throws you that 1 or 2% at the end of the semester. And you will pick up information that you didn't even know that you needed. I promise you. Maybe you can get a question that you didn't really understand clarified, or someone knows someone else who took the class earlier that day and has some info on what the exam could look like. So things like that. And that group chat is also very important because you want to make sure if you didn't come that day, you can exchange notes with somebody, or someone can send you the notes online. So make sure that you have a study buddy or someone you know that if you missed a class, they can hook you up. We don't all learn and absorb things the exact same way. I don't know about you, but 70% of the things that I've learned have been online or on YouTube. So shout out to Patrick JMT and Krista King for getting me through all series of calculus. Sometimes your professor can't explain it in a way that you can receive it, and you need to find that information somewhere else. Have a reliable place that you can go to. One learning platform I used a lot when I was in college, especially when I was doing my back-end developer job, my back-end student developer job. Codecademy helped me a lot. I know this is such a tough time to be in college right now. Online classes are tough. They are not fun. I know that. Some people, that's just not the way that they learn. But hopefully everything that I said helps you. There are other videos that I'm going to link below that give really good online classes advice as well. Thomas Frank is a good resource. So please don't just sit there and suffer. Find your method of learning and find what is going to work for you in the beginning. Please ask any questions that you have below or DM me. Well, my DMs get kind of swamped, so at me on Twitter. At me on Twitter. That's a lot easier. But I wish you a safe and prosperous semester, especially if it's your first time going in. You will do great. You will be great. And have fun on your journey. So I'll see you in the next video, friend. Bye.